Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diamond and I am opening up a bookstore cafe dedicated to Black women. Okay. I hate sit down videos. It feels so formal. Like that's why I love vlogging so much, because I feel like I'm just turning the camera on and talking to y'all. But sitting down, it's like all the words that I had just escapes my brain. So yes, I am opening up a bookstore cafe dedicated to Black women. And I can say that I'm living my teenage dream right now. I have always for as long as I can remember, I love reading. I love the idea that you can pick up a book, escape into another world, and just get lost in those characters for however long. And even after you finish the book, you still think about those characters that you spent all your time reading. So I thought, I've always had this idea that I wanted to open up a bookstore. I always knew I wanted to open up a bookstore, but I had another business venture that I was really, really into, like heavily. And sometimes you just have to come to a point where you realize that maybe this idea is not meant for me in this time right now. And maybe this idea is just set to be on the back burner. And, so literally in January, the start of the year, I had decided that I really wanted to lean into this idea of opening up a bookstore and a coffee shop, because I also love iced coffee and I really love matchas. I love iced matcha. I love an iced matcha latte, okay? Now, personally, I like, this is a tangent, but personally, I like my matchas that taste like cereal milk. If you know, you know. Like, I like a sweet, I always get like a vanilla brown sugar combination with some oat milk and a matcha. Delicious, okay? So, yes, I thought like it's combining two of the things that I love, and especially like I just really, and okay, so I was like, okay, I want to open a bookstore. Now, I don't play around. I already started thinking like I need a name. So I can start getting names registered. And I can like start, all the boring stuff in the business, all the legal side of a business. I wanted to get all of that taken care of. So I knew I wanted a bookstore, but I was like, I need a name. I need a name for this bookstore. And I was just given a bunch of suggestions. I did a lot of research, and then the name Warm Pages came about. And I thought, okay, Warm Pages, Warm Pages, Warm Pages. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Looked it up. Nobody has it. Boom. Bought the name. Then I can't even tell you how I got to the point, but I think I just started to imagine what Warm Pages was going to look like. And I was just like, it just all just like came to me. And I was like, a space that is warm, Warm Pages, a space that is warm, cozy. I love a good like neutral palette. I love deep greens and golds and browns and nudes and all those type of colorways. And then I was like, what if at first I was like, I want to fill it with art. I'm a big art fanatic. Like I love anything creative, honestly. I love creative people. I love creativity. I love the fact that people have images and ideas, and they bring them out of their brain and they bring them into real life for us to view and see and appreciate. So I knew that I wanted it to be a very art filled type of space. Of course, you have your books and everything. And then I'm just thinking, I'm like, why don't I just make this a space for Black women? Like, because in my city, I'm in St. Louis, so this would be in St. Louis. But in my city, we don't really have any spaces that is dedicated for Black women to come together and have book club and have a space in a community, and just know like when you come into Warm Pages, you're going to find a book that you want, and if not, suggest it to us. But you're not going to have a hard time finding Black authors. Like I wanted to just create a space where where you feel safe and seen. And I'm not saying this space is only for Black women, of course. Like it's open to anyone, but just know when you come into this space, like this is a space for Black women to be seen and heard, and for Black women to gather together in community and share their love for books, or share their love for coffee or teas, or a nice matcha latte. And yeah, and that's really like, that's what I'm just showing the journey of that on my channel. I'm showing the journey of entrepreneurship. I'm showing the behind the scenes of everything that happens, and I'm showing my own personal journey. There's a lot of things as like being an entrepreneur that I have been working my way through, and for once, it really feels like everything that I have learned, everything that I've consumed when it comes to running a successful business, or just all these years of trying to grow my mom businesses, it's like I'm finally able to put like the knowledge that I know and like put it to test. And so far I've grown the community, and I'm so thankful for everyone that if you subscribe to my channel, because of Warm Pages, if you have been following me, you've been following Warm Pages, like I feel like I've really grown the page in so many different ways, and this is just the beginning. And I'm just so thankful and grateful for everybody that has supported me so far. If you look back on my channel, there's a video of me crying. I'm not gonna cry today, but it does make me emotional because, as somebody as myself who grew up and really like struggled making friends and like being amongst my peers, and I am a very like, I guess you could say like introverted person, very reserved. And it's hard for me to make friends. It's hard for me to build those connections with other people. And I just remember, in high school, I had a moment where I went to the school counselor and I was just like, I feel like I sit in a room with all my peers and I can't connect with anyone. And I don't know if it's me. I don't know. I'm too much in my head. I'm a big overthinker. So it's like Warm Pages is making me step out of my comfort zone. It's making me have to be a version of myself that I see, but actually bringing it into real life, because not only do I want to grow Warm Pages, but I have to grow myself as well. So I would say just the journey from January to right now has been absolutely crazy. The overwhelming amount of support has been crazy, and I hold a special place in my heart for everybody that supports Warm Pages and supports me. And, all I can do is just share the nitty gritty, the real behind the scenes, my journey, who I am. And maybe along the way, you rock with me, But yeah, I don't really know like what else there is to say except like this is the journey and this is what I'm doing. And I'm still looking for a location, funding. That's money. Money is the big thing. But the website for Warm Pages will be launching April 1st. I have a lot of goodies that's going to go up on the website. We have bookmarks, notepads, notebooks, journals, Bible covers. We have keychains. I have bookmarks. I think I said, if I didn't say bookmarks. Just a lot of different things that just kind of like real small quantity, test some things out and just see stickers. We have stickers too. So yeah, just website will be launched April 1st. I've been working my butt off. I've been working so hard. I get off work and I instantly start working on this, or I'm editing somebody's video. Like I'm always just constantly, I'm going. So, but I wouldn't trade it for anything because I know in the end, like, I feel like Warm Pages is just going to be bigger than me, because I feel like, and hopefully I can inspire people in their cities to create something like this. Just create that welcoming environment. I have so many ideas and I'm so excited because I just think like, when I post about it and I tweet about it, people are like, yeah, no, like we don't have anything for us. Like we don't have a space that, that's going to empower us, or we don't have like that support of like, having authors come in when their book releases, like stuff like that. It just be the simple things, like that support is everything. And it's like, not only like I want like Black women of all ages, the youth, young girls, like I want there to be, I want to do workshops dedicated to like empowering young girls and young boys too, because, Warm Pages, like I said, it is dedicated to Black women, but we are obviously open to the community as a whole. Anybody that supports us and support the mission, of course. So it's for the youth as well. It's just like, cause reading is fun. Reading is good. It's good for your mind. It's good for you. And if you find that good book and you find the genre that speaks to you the most, like there's so many different genres out there. So yeah, I just wanted to make an official sit down video to introduce this to my page. So a lot of my vlogs, you know, I talk in and out about entrepreneurship, or, you know, I talk a lot about like where I am and where I am mentally. Because let me tell y'all something. Woo! Entrepreneurship is not easy. It's not easy. You know, some days I be like, what am I even doing? Like, I question it all, you know, but at the end of the day, like, I know the end result and the end goal, and I know where I want Warm Pages to be. And yeah, so I'm really super excited to share this journey with y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I actually am working on a new vlog, so come back. Come back. I be trying to upload on Tuesdays. When my life get kind of hectic, you might get them on Friday or Wednesday. You know, I try to upload once a week. That's all that matters, okay? But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I will see y'all in my next video. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a great day, great week. And yeah, be sure all my links are always down in the description box. Warm Pages, our website, the Discord channel, my links, everything. If you want me to be a little nosy into your life and get my little 2 cents, you know, I'm really trying to bring that onto my second channel. I have a form that you can fill out where you're completely anonymous, and I will read your story and give you my little 2 cents. Because sometimes I just feel like you have a story time that the world should know, but you don't want to be the one to say it. Let me be the one. Let me say it, you know? So yeah, I'll see you on my next video.